I listened to the show you did about a year ago. I mean, I listen to you every day. But a while back, you interviewed an author who had written a book about romance readers. I probably won't get this straight, but the author, if I'm remembering correctly, said that romance readers and the heroines in the books, too, seemed to be searching for a hero with the kind of tenderness and love they got from their mothers. I just thought that was so interesting, that longing for mother love and trying to find it in a man. I mean, good luck. The author made the point that in most romances, the hero is masculine in terms of his equipment, but actually feminine in, what would you call it, his emotional capacity. His feminine and masculine sides are calibrated exquisitely. I guess I've been thinking of that a lot, maybe without even knowing I've been thinking of it, which is how an artist goes about her life and work. The thing is, I want to write a romance where the characters are really conscious as they enter the relationship, really, truly, fully conscious. For a second, Laura felt dizzy. She had never spoken like that in a full paragraph, one that she hoped was coherent. Jenna still hadn't moved. Was she having a stroke? Was she like that actor, what's his name, for who all those years performed in his sitcom while in secret he had Parkinson's disease? Laura felt bad about bringing up the idea that women were searching for their mothers when Jenna, after all, had been adopted. She wished she could scoot her chair over to the motherless child and take her in her arms. A conscious romance, Jenna was finally speaking, drawing out the S sounds, hissing the words. Yes! Oh my goodness, that's it. The conscious romance. That's exactly the name of the new genre I'm planning to invent. Thank you. Jenna blinked, sat up straight. It seemed Laura later thought to go into an autopilot type mode. Studies have been done, she was still blinking, which show that romance novels, while often ideologically conservative, while often recommending the patriarchy, are, for many women, an activity of protest. Jenna's eyes popped open and she said, have you researched that aspect of the genre in order to understand what propaganda, if you will, your book will espouse? I feel like I'm living in my book, Laura said, that my book is from deep inside me, that it's an expression of myself rather than a, what did you call it? Rather than propaganda? I've listened to your show for years, and I know that artists make great sacrifices, and I myself, believe me, have sacrificed more than anyone can imagine, more than anyone will ever know. But I feel that it's meant to be. I've had this fantasy for years that I'm sitting in a chair in a long dress with a cup of tea by my side and a cigarette and an ashtray, and I'm writing. Jenna thrust her head forward and squinted at her, just as Nicole Kidman does in the movie The Hours when she's playing Virginia Woolf, when she's writing Mrs. Dalloway. Uh-huh, Laura said vaguely. It was as if just then Jenna woke back up into herself. Maybe she had some kind of seizure disorder and the crisis had passed. She pulled her mic closer to her, turning away from Laura, and she said to the window, you've got all the visual trappings of Virginia Woolf without, of course, knowing Greek or being well-read or having a literary circle. But you would no doubt say that everyone needs her fantasies, and the movies are a good place to get them. Absolutely. And you believe that what women want has fundamentally changed through the eons, through the feminist revolution, and now into the third wave of that revolution when post-structuralist interpretation of gender and sexuality is central to the discussion. I'm sure you've looked at queer theory, womanism, post-colonial theory, ecofeminism, the riot girl movement, to name but a few. Make it sound so intense. I'm just trying to tell a story about love, about what kind of love we all need in the 21st century. What kind of love we need no matter if we're oppressed in third world countries, if we live in a war-torn place, if we have no access to birth control, if we're illegal immigrants or transgendered. What kind of love we need. The producer had tiptoed into the studio to hand a piece of paper to Jenna, at which Laura noted Jenna did not so much as glance. You seem to be saying that women's nature has changed dramatically. The new female model, as you call it, is a far cry from, say, Shakespeare's heroines. In your book, there will be no lovers' hysterics, no tension born from misunderstanding, no subduing of one of the partners, no more shrews, no more domineering women, no hectoring missus who drives the mister to the grave. Love itself will be transformed. Love itself will no longer be a madness. There's got to be a better way, Jenna, to live together. And yet your methods for writing this book prove that you, yourself, the artist, are still fixed in one of the old models of woman, if you will. Laura Ryder, the conniver. Jenna smiled so lovingly. Laura Ryder, the snoop, as you called yourself. the manipulative vixen, a ruthless, I'm just trying, let me get this straight. Jenna's voice had gone down a notch in pitch and had become even smoother. You never read a novel before the age of 43. You think you're getting educated by watching Jane Austen movies. You don't have any sense of American letters. You don't have an idea of the tradition, even in your chosen genre. You seem to have the idea that every woman is a white, middle-class female searching for love. And further, you believe that your experience is deep enough for you to write a story that has universal appeal. I'm afraid we're out of time. Good luck to you, Laura Ryder. Perhaps you are the model of today, not just of the female, but of the American, the person of the moment, this moment when a cowboy can be president and you need no talent to be a celebrity. You need only be a narcissist in order to brutalize your husband or your neighbor. Laura Ryder, folks, is so attractive, she'll no doubt be featured in People and Glamour and Vogue. Jenna was talking over the music that had come on and ignoring the fact that Susie was ushering in the next guest. Her book is sure to be a blockbuster. Every woman and the ideal hero. It will be a book, a TV series, a computer game, and there'll be action figures in our Happy Meals. She's sure to be a sensation, at least for a weekend. She's sure to be a brand. Thank you, Laura Ryder, for being with us. It was fantastic. What Laura would give to squeeze Jenna's hand. Thank you so much.